Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Beyond the Horizons. And before we get to our first guest, which is going to be Psycho G, I wanted to run down all the matches that we will be seeing at Lights Out 2 and Purge Night. Now, I do want to say, sorry about that. I do want to say the cards are not fully booked as of yet. We got one spot for each show. I will leave it at that. But at the moment, for Lights Out 2, we'll be seeing Johnny Cloudcutter and John P., better known as Next Gen, make their tag team debut against The Race. We'll also be seeing more tag team action as it has been confirmed. And I will be interviewing him later on tonight, but Jeremy Barmore will be taking on the house at Lights Out 2, but there's actually something very special about that, and I will actually get to him about that later on. But more tag team action will also be happening as we'll be seeing the tag team ladder match last chance qualifiers between Primetime Samurais, Taiji 2, and In Sus We Trust. And that's not the only time we'll be seeing Zach Sanchez that night. More on that later. Joe Blade, the brand new New Horizon Gauntlet leader, will be having his very first New Horizon Gauntlet matchup. Well, technically second. His first defense in the Gauntlet be a brand new signing, a brand new debut, completely unannounced. We don't know who it's going to be, but we will find out this Saturday. We'll also be seeing a huge women's scramble matchup as Valentina Quiroz, Soraya Garcia, Akira Young, Jess Price, Violet Turner, and Priscilla will all battle each other. And of course, more women's action in what may well be everybody's big dream matchup. Ashley Rain takes on Amber Reed as Ashley Rain finally returns to in-ring action here at Axis. And of course, the main event of Lights Out 2, Jay Mamba takes on Zach Sanchez for the High Speed Championship. We will have much more info on the final match that will be announced later this week, so stay tuned for that. And when I get to Jeremy Barmore, I will be announcing something regarding his match against the house. But moving on to Purge Night, of course, we now know our solitary confinement matches. We will be seeing Jacob Wells, Tristan Silva, Kyle Young, Shane Sabin, JT Smooth, and Jeremy Barmore take each other on in the Titans Championship solitary confinement match. Also, one-on-one, two big debuts. Amara Parker will take on the villain Nereza. We'll also be seeing the very first ever Purge Scramble. No holds barred, anything goes, falls count anywhere. We will be seeing Christian Blake, John P., Tower Jones, Bjorn Ulstrom, Travis Turner, who I will be talking to later tonight, as well as the in-ring debut here on the main roster of Axis, Joey Steen. And I will be interviewing Travis Turner and Joey Steen later on tonight, but we will also be seeing Project Vigilance. Barrett and Derek Baker take on Ryan Romero and Psycho G, who I will be interviewing in just a matter of moments in Ryan Romero's final Axis match. For those of you who missed it, he has announced that he has gone exclusive to our pro wrestling, but he will be honoring his final match here at Axis at Purge Night. And we will also be seeing a non-title matchup between Angel Harris Sr. and Rob Kamen, the ace of Axis. We'll also be seeing the World Women's Champ Tora Troy Evans face off against Matsuda Tanaka. And just announced, ladies and gentlemen, Pain will be going one-on-one with Kota Riley at Axis Purge Night in the in-ring return of Kota Riley. And of course, EWTV Women's Championship action, Jade Jackson will face off against Sophia Jones. And Stalker, Gustav Volz, Chandler Finch, Fidel De La Rosa III, Chase Adkins, and Alexander Storm will all face off for the #1 contendership for the Ace of Axis Championship inside solitary confinement. And also, I will have an update on this matchup, ladies and gentlemen, because I did have to talk to management about this, and there is something that has been added to this matchup between myself and APH Angel Perkins Harris this Sunday night. It's gonna be very tough for me to handle, so I want to make sure I get everything all set. So I will be talking about that later on tonight at the end of the show. But we do have one more match that has not been determined yet for Purge Night, so stay tuned for that announcement. But now that that is all out of the way, let me bring on the man who recently got a victory tonight. I actually do not see him at the moment. Okay, there he is. All right. Give me 1 second.
Yo.
All right. And I do want to, and allow me to bring on the man who was victorious tonight and is now looking to make a big statement at Purge Night, the Riot Maker, Psycho GG. You defeated Wicked J tonight. Do you think you and Ryan Romero stand a chance against...
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Project Vigilance has not said shit about this match unless they were told by management one time, so I could give 2 literal fucks about this match. The only reason I care about this match is because it is Ryan Romero's last match. Fuck all the personal bullshit. Fuck it all. Baker and Barrett do not give a damn about tag team wrestling. They don't give a damn about this match. They have shown it. They have fucking shown it. Time and time again, they have weeks to come and attack me, come and talk to me in the middle of the ring, talk about shit on Twitter. They have not said a damn thing, like always. So why the fuck should I give them the time of day right now? I'm not going to. I'm going to talk about how this is Ryan Romero's last match, how we will not see him anywhere else other than our pro. I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about a guy who works his ass off as much as anybody else in the building. I'm going to talk about that. I'd rather talk about that than anybody else.
Well, of course, Ryan Romero, he did announce that he is going to exclusive, but he is going to honor his last match here at Axis. And, I mean, obviously, that has caused quite a bit of a stir with the Axis roster. How do you feel about...
I've known about it. I'm not gonna cap. Like,
no,
that's something I've known about.
How you feel about him going exclusive? I mean, how do you feel about getting to be in the ring with him for his final match here?
Dude, that's an honor, honestly. Like, all jokes aside, you know, I've known Romero for God knows how long. Like, I could break some kayfabe, but I'm not going to. Honestly, that's a huge honor. Anybody, hopefully Barrick and Baker feel the same way I do. Doubt they fucking do. Because again, they don't fucking care. So, you know, it is what it is. You know, that it's an honor. So, there you go.
Well, of course, this is going to be a big matchup. But also, I'm still going to have to talk to management about it, about the whole birthday celebration, just to let you know about that.
Oh, yeah, no, that's happening.
Luckily for you, it does fall on a Tuesday, so, again, we just got to see. Maybe a good chance, but, you know, regardless.
You know,
is there...
You know, earlier you said I had beat someone. I want to talk about that for a second, because I want to, you know what, I will give him a little bit of time of day. You know, earlier you saw, I choked out Wicked J. He said he was going to give me his all, and he's not even here tonight to defend himself, because currently he's in the hospital. Barrett, y'all might not give a damn about this match, but I do. I actually give a fuck about this match. I give a fuck about Axis, despite all the shit I've actually fucking done. And for people like you two who don't give a literal damn about anything, go look at tonight. You screwed in Sus We Trust. You screwed them. Screwing them over out of an opportunity they had earned. But you don't care. You don't care. So I'm gonna beat some sense into you. Chairs, light tubes, glass, a literal fucking Tonka truck. It's all legal. I'm going to beat the unholy hell out of you. And I'm going to love it.
Well, G, before we move on to the next person, are there any last words?
Oh, yeah. One more big thing. To the guys main eventing Lights Out. I'm watching that match very carefully. Whether it be Zach or Mamba, I'm next. I don't care whose body has to go on the floor. I'm next.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to a man who was unsuccessful tonight, but we will be seeing him at Purge Night in the first ever Purge Scramble. Anything goes, balls count anywhere. This Sunday night, we'll be seeing Travis Turner in action. And Travis, unfortunately, you weren't able to win tonight in that last chance qualifier. You will still be at Purge Night, though. How you feeling about this Purge Scramble?
First, disappointed. I'm disappointed. I let myself down. I went into that match thinking that I was gonna win. I was gonna come out on top, but I didn't. I was the one that got pinned. I went into that match saying to myself, as long as I don't get pinned, I'm fine. And that's exactly what happened. I wanted that win as much as anybody else in there. I did. But now I have my sights set forward to Purge Night. And that scrambles right now, I'm 0-1. But I plan to make that 1-1. So,
Well, I mean, at the same time, it is, for the first time ever, a Purge Scramble. Basically, anything goes. Absolutely anything can happen. Does that worry you one bit?
Not really. I have a match the day before over at R-Pro against a very, very dangerous man. So, if I'm not dead by then, I'll die in that Purge Scramble. I'll make it out alive both nights, and I promise you that.
Well, hopefully you do well in that Purge Scramble. Do you have any sort of message to your opponents at that Purge Scramble?
Bring your best.
Ladies and gentlemen, not only will Travis Turner be in there, but we also have the debut of the Samoan Godzilla. And I'm introducing him right here, right now. Please welcome Joey Steen.
Yeah, I'm here. The hype was real. You thought that I wasn't going to make it. I made it. And I showed what I can do. Everyone said because of my age, I'm not an athlete. I'm not agile. Then what the fuck was that in the ring? I did exactly what I said I was going to do. I was going to knock him out. It happened. But I wanted to tap him out. Why? I'd rather have tapped him out because I have respect for the Young family. And I hope he gets better. But Travis, you forgot one thing. You should worry. Because I'm in that fucking scramble. And like you said, if you don't die then, you'll die Sunday. And mark my word, I'm gonna come for you. One way or a fucking nother. You should worry. Don't get in my bad side. And exactly what my sister Jade said, don't bust me open. Because I become a fucking monster. Not that friendly little fucking Godzilla that everybody fucking likes. Once you guys bust me open, and now I'm talking to the whole fucking roster. You guys bust me fucking open, you guys better be fucking prepared. Bring an army, bring the SWAT team, bring whoever the fuck you want, because I am fucking unstoppable at that fucking moment. And Sunday, one way or another, I am going to plow all of those contenders in that fucking match. And if I lose, I don't care. If I never get a title in this company, I don't care, because I'm not here for titles. I'm not here to make friends. I'm not here to sign autographs and kiss fucking babies in the forehead. I'd rather fucking kick their heads right off their fucking shoulders. But on this note, this interview's over, and this Samoan Godzilla is going for a drink.
Well, that was Joey Steen, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my god. Probably going to need to make an F-bomb counter at some point. But regardless, ladies and gentlemen, up next is the #1 contender for the EWTV Women's Championship, who got a very big victory in an amazing matchup against her best friend, Saraya Garcia. Please welcome the Psycho, Jade Jackson.
Hello, Travis.
How are you, Jade?
I am perfectly fine.
Well,
How are you?
I'm doing well. Well, obviously, tonight you got a very big victory against Saraya Garcia. How you feeling after that?
My win against Saraya. I'm feeling very, very happy that I won against her,
Well,
to be honest.
well, I'm sure that you weren't just doing that. Well, this was at least what I was thinking. I'm sure that you weren't just looking to have a friendly matchup with her. You were also looking to send a message to Sophia Jones.
Oh, Sophia. Yes. I was sending a clear message to Sophia. That will happen to her a purge. What happened to Saraya, who sadly got thrown like a little doll in the ring.
Uh, uh, I'm sorry. What?
You heard me. Like a little doll.
Wait, but that's your best. I thought that was your best friend.
Oh, she's not my best friend in the ring. She's my enemy inside that ring.
What? I wasn't. I wasn't expecting that from you, Jade.
Well, this is the psychotic monster. And she will always get thrown around like a little doll that she is.
Well, before we move on to the next person, do you have any last words, possibly any message towards Sophia Jones?
I hope she's ready for this fight. This
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was Psycho Jade Jackson. That was disturbing, to say the least. But moving on, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the man who shocked the world and pinned the Titans champion. Please, but now it's really going to matter on Sunday night if he can be able to do the exact same thing and win the chamber. Please welcome the Second City Soldier, Kyle Young. Kyle, I'm going to be the first one to say it. I don't think anybody was expecting you to actually beat Jeremy Barmore tonight. How are you feeling?
Honestly, on top of the world. I kind of took a little listen back to see what you guys were talking about in commentary with the whole matchup. It did sound like you guys were more in favor of Jeremy because Jeremy's a tough he's a tough cookie to crack, or tough nut to crack. I'll put it that way.
Well, I mean, it's not that we didn't believe in you. It's just, Barmore's the workhorse for a reason. Even the toughest opponents can't seem to beat him, and you were able to be one of the very few to beat him.
I'm just gonna say this real quick. Tonight was more just. I'm gonna say this real quick. Tonight was more just to prove a point. If you remember last week, Jeremy was more basically saying that he wasn't all that worried about stepping in that chamber for his title. I just wanted to make sure that he knew this. There's going to be quite a bit to be worried about. Because I'm walking in that chamber. Even if I'm not the one to take the title from him, I'm going to make sure that he doesn't walk out of there with the gold either.
Well, obviously, if you are somehow able to walk out of Purge Night as the champion, I'm sure there's going to be a long line set for you. But if you aren't able to walk out of the chamber with the title, after tonight's win, do you think you should be the first in line to challenge for that title, regardless of who wins?
I don't want to be arrogant, but honestly, yeah, I should. I'm working my ass off while other people have abandoned this division to quote unquote die. Looking at you, APH. You left it behind? Well, other of us are going to pick up the slack.
Well, Kyle, before we move on to the next person, who is actually the champion, is there any parting words that you have, possibly even for the champ himself?
This is more of a message for everybody in that chamber. Best of luck, guys. Y'all are going to need it.
Well, Kyle, thank you very much. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the man who did get pins tonight, but is still the champion. But question is, for how long? Please welcome the current Titans champion, Jeremy Barmore. Now, Barmore.
Yep. What's going on, man?
Obviously, tonight, you didn't get the victory. You put on a hell of a match, but you weren't successful against Kyle Young. How are you feeling at the moment?
You know, there's a quote. My dad used to tell me a lot. What works in almost any aspect in life. That is to never get too high when you win, never get too low when you lose. That has basically dictated my entire career, and it's worked wonders, to be honest. So right now, I'm bummed out I lost, yeah. I'm gonna be honest, I've lost before. Other thing is, I think about Kyle Young. I've never doubted the man's athletic ability. I've never diminished his wrestling prowess. I know how good he is. I've seen it. Now I've experienced it. The other thing that he also has got to remember, especially when it pertains to solitary confinement, he says he's going to be the one to make sure that I don't walk out with a championship. How are you sure that I'm even going to be in the match before you even get a shot at me? You're going to be in the ring with, other than me, 4 other dudes that are aiming for the same thing. I mean, you can sit there and say he's going to take me out, but how's he know Tristan Silva ain't going to get him? How's he know Jacob Wells, who I've known probably longer than anybody else in the community? It's going on 8 years now. This is his big opportunity. How does he know that he ain't going to take him out? It's a whole lot of unpredictability that he just does not know yet, especially when it comes down to this. But you know what? That's fine. That's fine. He can sit there and talk about all he wants, but believe me, it goes down to solitary confinement. I'll be ready. Just hope he is.
Well, Barmore, before you do go, there is actually something else that I wanted to announce, and this is a very, very big one, because I know a lot of people are probably wondering, why is Barmore going to face the house in a handicap match? This is why I said I'm going to have more to announce here, because it's not a handicap match. In fact, it's going to be a tag team match. But here's the best part. I did get word from management about this, and they did say that you will be facing the house at Lights Out 2 with a partner of your choosing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it could be absolutely anybody you want to take on Danny Maxwell and Noah Anderson this Saturday night. How you feeling hearing that now?
So the literal sense here is anybody. Anybody.
And anybody at all.
The house. It's a team that I faced before. It's out of the company, of course. It'll be relatively new to anybody that actually sees it here, and we've actually had bangers. But I'll say this: partner that I got, the house knows. If you're the house, then you should know you should be very, very worried. Just seeing y'all Lights Out. I'll be seeing everybody else at Purge Night. Boy's in for a busy weekend, and your boy is ready for it. I mean, hey, the workhorse of professional wrestling, you'll want anything less.
Well, Barmore, thank you for your time. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to take you back to what happened earlier tonight on Unknown Horizons. It was an amazing matchup between Pain and Matsuda Tanaka. And after the matchup, Matsuda Tanaka left the arena victorious, but Pain, staying in the ring, had a stare down with a returning Kota Riley, who then attacked him and even dragged him out onto the stage to hit his finisher one more time, sending a message, and it has now been signed and confirmed. At Purge Night, we will be seeing Kota Riley make his in-ring return to take on the man that is beside me right now, the Lethal Diamond Pain. And Pain, obviously, first off, amazing matchup with Matsuda Tanaka. Some people are even saying that it is the match of the night. It was incredible. But afterwards, how are you feeling after what happened after the match?
How am I feeling? I feel like shit. The hell you think you're asking that for? Damn. I feel like absolute shit. You should know this.
I know, and it definitely probably was not the way you were hoping tonight would end for you, but
No, obviously not. I was expecting to win, go home, relax up until Purge Night. Yeah, no, I was expecting it to be a lot different tonight. No, on the other hand, I get defeated by Matsuda Tanaka, a great competitor who is somebody I do highly respect, and me and him put on one hell of a match. Match of the night, more like match of the year, Travis. Let's get that correct right there. 2, I've been undefeated up until this point. I'm now 2-1, a record I can be happy with. Because all 3 matches I've been in so far in my Axis run have been match of the night. And then we have Kota Riley coming in here after I'm already in a pissed off mood because I've lost. Once again, I can take down the chin. But then he wants some problems by attacking me and signing his name to a contract on a show called Purge Night. What the fuck was he thinking? Does nobody not realize there's no rules at Purge Night? And I owned a company that did not have any fucking rules. I know exactly what I need to do. Kyle Riley, whoever the fuck you are, because I have no idea who you are. I don't give a damn who you are. All I'm gonna know is that me and you're to get quite acquainted at Purge Night when I decide not only to punch you multiple times in the face, not only when I grab a chair, bust it over your skull multiple fucking times until I see blood run down from your skull. We will get acquainted when I get a kendo stick and bash you on your back multiple times over and over again. We're gonna get acquainted quite well. You see, everybody thinks just because it's a different name, a different gimmick, right? That I'm not the same sadistic son of a bitch that I was before. If anything, when I became the Lethal Diamond, I just haven't used the lethal part yet. I'm more sadistic than I ever had been, because when that fake king decided to become a shell of his former self, everybody decided to forget all that, right? I put my own father through a flaming table. For Christ's sake, what the fuck do you think I'm gonna do to you come Purge Night? What comes around goes around, and karma at Purge Night is gonna be one hell of a bitch.
Kane, thank you for your time, and hope and best of luck to you at Purge Night against Kota Riley. And now, ladies and gentlemen,
Oh, that's his name, Kota Riley. Oh, might as well rename his name to the Morgue, because that's where he's gonna be after Purge Night. The fucking Morgue.
ladies and gentlemen, before we get to the announcement I had regarding my match at Purge Night, I did want to bring on one final guest, and that is none other than the Ace of Axis himself, diehard Rob Kamen. And Rob, it is now set. You now know the field. Stalker, Gustav Volts, Chandler Finch, Fidel De La Rosa III, Chase Adkins, and winning tonight's last chance qualifier, Alexander Storm. How you feeling about this?
Last guy to go into the chamber is Alexander Storm.
Man, that you
Things
are all too familiar with.
Yeah. That's to say, this match just got a whole lot more interesting. I've had my problems with him, but as of late, he's really impressed me. He's shown me that he can really get it done on his own, and he looks to be proving the same thing at Purge Night this Sunday. I just want to say to all 6 men involved in that match, give it your all, and keep in mind, anything goes. Do whatever you need to do to get that dub.
And of course, whoever wins that will be standing across the ring from you for that Ace of Axis championship that you have right there at Catch Point.
And do you see a worried look on my face?
Absolutely not. But I actually do got a question regarding that. Is there anybody in that match that you are potentially worried about if they win?
I'm gonna have to remind you of the look on my face. I'm not worried about any of them because I know any of the 6 of them will bring it to me at Catch Point. So no, there is no one I'm worried about. But I am looking forward to a fight with any of them.
Well, Rob, obviously, just like last week, won't be ending off the show because I got a big announcement that I got to make regarding my match on Sunday. But this is usually the time where I hand over the mic to you and let you take it away.
Thank you very much, Travis. Having gotten the Ace of Axis chamber out of the way, let's address the elephant in the room, shall we? Weeks ago, our almighty kingpin, APH, decided to make a call for Purge Night. He could have called anybody, but he chose his dear old dad to sick on me. All because of a few words he probably didn't like. I don't care what the reason was. The fact of the matter is, the match is set. But I need to remind a lot of people, especially the Harrises, as to what kind of man his old man is going against. I don't want Angel Sr. to think that I'm going to be an easy win. I don't want him to think that I'm going to give less than 1,000%, even given the current circumstances at Purge Night. See, the last thing he or anyone else wants to do is to back a man like me into a corner, to give me no other choice but to fight. I'm just letting this all go. It's been bubbled up in me for weeks. Given that, Angel Harris Sr., I want to talk to you personally. And I know you're watching or listening to this or whatever the case might be. Let me tell you something. You're not going to get the happy-go-lucky, devil-may-care, everyone loves Cayman at Purge Night. No, not in the least. See, I was forced into this corner, and I'm going to go out swinging, win or lose. You are getting a guy who all of his life had no choice but to fight. You are getting a man that is willing to risk life and limb to get the dub. And if you think for one solitary second that I'm going to let you off easy, you are sadly mistaken, old man. You see, Angel Harris Sr., you may be some kind of a badass, but I'm Die Hard. And last time I checked, Die Hard will not die. Hashtag that, by the way. So, Angel Sr., I'll tell you the same thing I tell anyone else who comes across the ring with me. Bring everything! Or don't even bother showing your face. Because Die Hard Rob Cayman will do anything and everything to not only win, but also survive. It has begun. See you Sunday, old man.
Well, this is not something I'm going to be looking forward to announcing, but ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of the show now, and I did promise that there will be a major announcement regarding the match between myself and the Kingpin, Angel Perkins Harris. And I'm going to be honest, this is probably going to come as a shock to many of you. Now, after everything that has been said to me by APH, I did have some time to head home back in Chicago and had some time to ponder and think about the words that he said to me about backing out, about just staying behind the commentary table. And made me think about a lot of things, you know? And then I thought about it more and more. And the more I kept thinking about it, the more I realized, why am I even doing this match? I'm not gaining anything out of this. I know I'm going to lose this match. So why would I take it? Why would a guy who's behind the commentary table all the time here at Axis want to step in the ring with quite potentially the most dangerous man in Axis Wrestling right now? Why would I put myself into what is practically a death sentence, according to many people? And I thought about that more. I thought about why I would even take this match. And then I remembered who I was fighting for. Because, see, I'm not doing this for myself. I'm doing this for a man who I've known for years, who I've seen growing up literally in the streets of Chicago. A man who grew up with his brother, the owner of this company. A man who struggled to even get a roof above his head when he was growing up. A man who I grew to be his best friend. A man who grew to be my best friend. A man that I can absolutely trust. A guy that I see as my big brother, essentially. I'm going into this matchup knowing it's a losing battle, but knowing that I'm fighting for my best friend, Chris. Many of you now know as Midas. And I thought about it more. And some people might think this is the most ridiculous thing I could ever do. I went to management and I told them to not have this match on the show. I thought about it more and I went straight to management and told them I'm a commentator. I'm not a wrestler. So don't have the match on Purge Night. Have it after Purge Night. I know the risks that I am putting myself in with this. So have the match right after Purge Night and make it an unsanctioned match. I know a lot of people are thinking I'm...
Are you on drugs, young boy? This just keeps getting more and more ridiculous. You know, I took myself a mini vacation this week, kind of tried to understand where my place was on this earth. You know, I took a little mini vacation. It wasn't really nothing special. There's nothing more nice than just sitting in your house, nice cup of vodka, just sitting there relaxing and enjoying life. You hear that? A little train in the background? To people that may be annoying, but to me that brings me back down to earth. That makes me feel like I'm at home. And that's where I am right now, Travis. I'm back home in New York. I'm back home, right back near my normal job. Back at security. Enjoying myself. And I'm sitting here and I'm listening to all of this. And I've listened to everybody speak their crap. First of all, Rob Kamen, I know you're not here at the moment, but I'm just going to say this off the rip. If you think the entire world is afraid of what Angel Harris Sr. can do, you think if I was afraid as a child of what my dad could do at his age of 58 years old, what the hell do you think he's going to do to you? If I, a guy who's 6'8", 320-something pounds, is afraid of a frail old man that you so-called think he is, you got another thing coming. That title may not be on the line, but by the end of it, you might as well hand it to him and be like, here you go, sir. This doesn't belong to me. You deserve this because you're actually a man, not a punk who relies on catchphrases in order to get himself over. You know what I do? They ring the bell. And each and every night, I walk in that ring, and I show day in, day out, night in and night out, month in, month out, year in and year out, I am the single greatest wrestler in the world. I have shown in a couple of years that I've been around, that I am bar none some of the greatest assets that any company could have. It doesn't matter what they have me do. It doesn't matter what type of place I am in. I am solid gold, baby, and I cannot be touched. But while I am solid gold, there's a reason why a lot of people are afraid to be in the ring with me. It's just that trigger that I have in my mind where if I don't see something go the way I feel they should, I tend to snap. I'm a perfectionist. It's what I do. And when I saw and heard the reaction after I won the Titans title, after everyone was talking about Midas, 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 but no one was talking about me, it got me. It didn't sit right with me. That's one of the reasons why I lost my championship to Jeremy Barmore. Because I myself wasn't feeling it. I didn't feel like normal because I was so focused on what everybody else was thinking when it came to Midas and how I never really deserved the title to begin with. So there you go, Barmore. You beat a man who was not mentally all the way there. Good job. Great job. But by the way, you lost to Kyle Young, a man who I beat and his son in the handicap match. But yeah, great champion, right? And that brings me to you, Travis. You of all people have said time and time again that you are fighting for Midas. Here's the thing. You're not fighting for Midas. No. It's more than that. You're fighting as Midas. You're his stand-in. You're his understudy. Because you're acting the exact same way he would. He would jump out here and say, I'm in a losing battle, but guess what? I'm going to keep fighting. He'll show up here and say, guess what, guys? I'm a fighter for you. I'm a fight for the good cause and for the good fight. He's playing the hero just like you are. You are not an understudy. I know that for a fact. In fact, it's a damn shame. I think you're an amazing commentator. But what you're doing right now is you're belittling yourself to try to play the hero after the last hero got dropped on his neck. And here, my friend, is where the hero story ends. You ever heard of of that nice little Netflix show? Not even Netflix, more like Amazon. It's called Invincible. Invincible is an amazing kid. He tries to play the hero. Sure, things don't go his way all the time, but he has a great golden heart filled with nice vigor that everybody can relate to. He is the ultimate relatable superhero, and that's what you're trying to do. You're gonna tighten up your boots real tight, put on your nice little wristbands, and say, hey guys, I may be losing, but guess what? No one can call me a pussy because I fought. No, they're gonna call you a pussy for not running away. They're going to call you an asshole, an idiot, for not looking at what really is going on here. And you had a chance for the match to be called off by some injury. I could have simply broken your neck, snapped your ankle into 5 pieces, or better yet, I could have simply punched you in the gut so goddamn hard your fucking heart would have collapsed. And the match would have been called off. Then and there, done. You would have been in the hospital. I would have had my hand raised, and I would have focused on my next venture. But unfortunately, here's where the idiotic came in. You asked for an unsanctioned match? I got the freaking letter in my mail. I got the mail. I got the contract in my hand. I already signed it. And I'm trying to figure out why on earth would he do such a thing? And then it hit me. It hit me like a ton of bricks. You really want to die, do you? It's just insane to me. You know you're going to lose this fight. You know you're going to die. You know you're going to probably get your ass kicked, destroyed all over the arena at Purge Night. So what do? First of all, you lose your way out of a paycheck. I don't know why the hell you would not wrestle on a pay-per-view as high quality as Purge Night. You're earning a nice substantial 20,000 per match. So at the moment, I don't know why the fuck you didn't just take the money on the pay-per-view, but whatever. Instead of doing that, no. You want to be smart. You want an unsanctioned because you're a commentator. Here's the problem with that. You lost your commentator privilege the minute you became biased. I thought a commentator was supposed to be biased or unbiased. Why are you signing with Midas? Because he's your friend? That's not what a commentator's supposed to do. You're supposed to be unbiased. Call it right down the middle. But no, you're biased towards your best friend. Your so-called big brother got you in this mess, and now you are just digging yourself a deeper and deeper grave, and the only thing that is stopping me from doing that grave digger and burying you in a bunch of cement is my own conscience. I like you. I really do. And regardless of what everybody thinks, I like Midas. I didn't want to do what I did to him. I didn't want the house to break his neck. The problem is, he just wanted to be an idiot. He just wanted to play the hero. That's what you're doing. So playing the hero gets your neck broken. You, Travis, playing the hero will get you killed. I don't want to do this to you. But the more you dig yourself into that grave, the harder it is for me to pull you up. You already have 90% of your body down there, bro. The only thing that remains is your head. Only problem is, I'll kick the sumbitch right off. And then I'll chew at the remains. So, Travis, I say this to you one last time before you really end up getting yourself hurt. I give you this one more chance. Back out of the match. Please. Please back out. Please do this. I already talked to Danny and I already talked to Noah. They don't want me to do this to you. I talked to my father. They don't want me to do this to you. Why on earth would you want me to do this to you? So please, Travis, I want you to say it nice and loud for the whole class to hear. Please stand up in front of the class with your nice little boots and say, I back out. Please do so. Please. Last chance.
APH, I want you to listen to me right now. A few weeks ago, you lost the title. And you know the very first thing you did? You had me held by one of your boys. You can beat the shit out of me. All because you lost a championship and you got mad. You got upset. Because I was hyping up Barmore because he won a championship and you took out all that anger on me. I cheer for my no. You had your time. I want you to listen. I want you to listen to me right now.
It's fair.
I cheer for Midas not because he's my best friend, but because he's loved by the fans. He won a big opportunity. He won a title shot at the Titans Championship, something that he's been working towards for a very long time, longer than you. I wasn't hyping him up there because he's my best friend. I was hyping him up because it was a moment that he earned, and everybody knows it. And people were celebrating that, and you took it out on him. And you can say all you want that you had nothing to do with the house attacking Midas, but everybody knows deep down you wanted that to happen because you wanted to take that moment away from him because you are selfish. That's who you really are, APH. You are a selfish egomaniac. When something doesn't go your way, you take it out on anybody you can. You lose your opportunity to Midas. You have him taken out. You lose the title to Jeremy Barmore. You have to have me held back so you can beat up an innocent man who had nothing to do with your loss. That's why I took the match. That's why I wanted to fight you, not because of Midas, not because of the fans. I'm not fighting for anybody but myself because I am sick and tired of seeing you making sure things go your way if they don't. I am sick and tired of seeing you running roughshod through everybody here. That's why I took the match. And you want to know why I made it unsanctioned? Yes, it's because I'm a commentator. I'm not a contracted guy. And you can talk about money all you want. I don't give a damn about getting paid at personal. Hell, I'm not even commentating that show. I'm not going to be commentating that show. I'm going to be in the back getting ready. I won't be on commentary all night long for Purge Night. Because I want to be mentally and physically ready for this matchup. And yes, I know You're going to beat me. I know that. There's no chance in hell I'm going to be an experienced fighter like you. I know that. So you're giving me the chance to back out. Why would I back out? So you can keep running roughshod all across Axis? So you can keep trying to shape Axis in your image? Yeah, there's a lot of other people that could do it better than me. But who's willing to step up? Nobody. Psycho G already beat you. He beat you last week. He made you tap out. Who's to blame for that? Who are you going to blame for that? Who are you going to blame for that, APH?
Sorry, Marks. I want to come in real quick. Remind APH that he is still a disappointment to his family. And Marks, just hit him with a lead pipe in the knee and you'll win. You got that.
I can handle this. Don't worry. I can handle this. Psycho G already stepped up. Who is there left to step up? Because you're still going. Who's going to stop you? That's why I wanted this to be unsanctioned. That's why I wanted to step in the ring with you. So no, I'm not going to back out at all. There's a reason I wanted to fight you. There's a reason I made sure that this was unsanctioned. So this wasn't on Purge Night. This is going to be right after the main event. For anybody willing to even watch at that point, anything can happen. Axis Management is not going to be responsible. Nobody in the arena will be responsible. The only man responsible is you and me.
Travis, enough. I have heard enough. I'm tired. I'm kind of on a deadline. So I am not going to sit here and listen to you mouth off about how you're doing this for Midas and you were never a cheerleader because you think he deserved it and earned it, blah, blah, blah. You know what? To end the show, because I'm not giving you the chance to speak anymore, you had your time and you blew it, kid. It took you about 5 minutes to actually grow a set of balls, but now I'm going to shrink them some bitches like Tom Brady. So let me give you some reality. First and foremost, Midas beat me. Yes, he did. He earned his shot, but what did he do? He kept poking the bear. And then as soon as he saw his chance blow away, he said I was to blame. No, the man who was to blame was a certain somebody who had his title shot, had his moment in the sun, had his victory. And what did he do? He went out to that ring and tried to play the hero, wondering why I went rogue. That's on him, bro. And you're sitting here saying you're congratulating and you're cheering on guys like Barmore, Midas, and everybody else who's beaten me. Sir, I gotta give you a little bit of a commentator 101. Because I'm pretty sure my boy Johnny Murphy back in WPW can tell you this. As much as he wanted to cheer me on in my match at Supercharged against Amir Bates, you know what he had to do? He had to be unbiased. He had to be down the middle. He had to call the match the way he saw it. That's what commentators do. Hell, I'll have him show up at Purge Night personally so you can see just how it's done. Because it seems to me like you don't know what the hell you're doing. And then the coup de grace. You're doing this because you know you're going to get your ass kicked, but you want to do it because nobody else is going to step up. Here's the problem with that logic of yours that I don't think a lot of people seem to understand. It's not that anybody doesn't want to step up. It's that whomever steps up doesn't leave the ring the same way they did. Jeremy Balmore had a lucky victory against me. You know what happened to him tonight? He got embarrassed by Kyle Young. Psycho G, yeah, he tapped me out, but guess what? Throughout the entire match, I was throwing him around like a fucking rag doll. That boy's lucky to still have a spleen.
What did you do after that match, APH?
Oh, what did I do after the match? Attacked a simple referee and a security guard? Oh, whoop-de-fucking-do. Who cares?
That seems to be a trend, though, with you. Whenever you lose now, you blame it on somebody else but yourself. You can't ever take responsibility for your own losses. That's the issue, APH.
Take responsibility. That's an odd choice of words there, Travis. I don't think you should have said that,
Okay,
but
okay.
you did.
Then how about this? The easiest way
Yeah,
for me to
it's fine.
explain it: every time you lose, now you blame it on everybody but yourself, and you take it
Mm.
out on everybody but yourself.
So, who am I supposed to take it on? Am I supposed to punch myself in the dick every time I lose? What?
No,
You sound like an idiot right
no.
now. But you know what, Travis? You know what? The way you're looking at it, yeah, I do blame other people because you know what? It's fluke losses. At the end of the day, that's what they are. But you know what? You know something? For you, for once, I'm gonna actually do something that everyone says I should do. I'm gonna take responsibility. Yeah, guys, guess what? Axis Universe, I'm taking responsibility. You hear that? I'm gonna take responsibility for ending a man's life. You're not speaking anymore on this one, so I'm gonna end the show. At Purge Night, with the entire world watching, because let's be fair, there's sick fucks in this world who like watching people grasp light tubes over people's heads, so they're gonna want to sit back and watch this match. They're not even a match per se, more or less a fight, and not even more of a fight, more like a funeral. Because I am going to take my time. See, you had your chance to back out, but again you pulled the hero shit. Once again, Travis Marks, everybody, the great hero Axis Wrestling needs. It's a shame, dude. I don't want to do this to you. I really don't, but since you continuously want to be a nuisance, I'm going to have to treat you like I treat any other nuisance. Destroying them. At Purge Night, Travis, you want me to take responsibility? Guess what? You got it. I'll take responsibility in ending your life. Not just ending your career, ending your life. You're going to have to tell Midas and everybody else in the afterlife to come see you in a funeral. I'm going to have to explain to your loved ones why your little son is in a casket with his face caved in. I'm going to have to explain to Midas why his little brother, his best friend, has to be held on life support. And now he has to pull the plug. Because after Purge Night, I'm gonna leave you in a puddle of blood, guts, and vomit. And at the end of the whole thing, since it's not sanctioned, I won't go to jail. You made this mistake. You was unbiased, which caused me to lash out on you. You were uncooperative, which caused this match to happen. The only thing I wanted you to do was acknowledge me as the almighty Kingpin. And you still, even to this day, don't even call me that on commentary. Really unprofessional. And now you are simply unconsolable considering the fact that you had time and time again to actually back out, and guess what? You blew it. So, Purge Night will be your end. So, please, do not have your little wife or kids or whomever your close family is, don't have them watch the show. And I implore everybody here to please take your kids and tuck them into bed right before the main event. Because they don't want to see a murder on their screens. Because at Purge Night, I'm not going to stop until I end your life. And hopefully, maybe even in your death, you'll learn your lesson. Seems like a lot of people need to learn their lessons, but we'll leave that for another time. See us at Saturday for Lights Out and Sunday for Purge Night. On behalf of the clowns here at Axis Wrestling, I have been Angel Perkins Harris, your almighty Kingpin, wishing you a very great Tuesday night and a very great week. We will see you Saturday and Sunday for great action. Until then, thank you. Good night.